This is what a stock Polo does when unlocked. And this is what my Polo does when unlocked. Hey, it's Prerak. Welcome back to my channel. This feature of your lights turning on to welcome you is through a genuine Volkswagen auto headlight switch. This is what it looks like. Just a stock replacement. This is what the stock switch looks like. And this is the genuine Volkswagen auto switch. Pretty similar looking except for an auto feature. But the differences begin when you turn them upside down. Yup, the connectors are totally different. From a 17-pin connector to a 10-pin connector. So to speak with the stock harness, we need a module as an intermediate. The module contains the sensor and the harness. This harness is the 10-pin connector that connects to the genuine Volkswagen switch. Apart from these genuine parts, you'll need a flathead screwdriver or a trim remover tool. Call it a pro tip or me being paranoid, but I like to tape off my flathead screwdriver so it doesn't scratch my plastic trim. This is your stock switch. Pretty easy to remove, just push the knob in from its 0 to parking light position. It unlocks from the back, and then it's a matter of just pulling it out. It has a 17-pin connector behind it which needs to be undone. Work with the switch in the off position. There are two clips on either end that need to be pressed in order to pull the connector out. It took me quite some time to get this connector out, but with a little progress with every pull, I resorted to this technique. I pushed it out with my thumb on either side one by one and I was able to pry the connector off. This is the connector with 17 points of contact. Unless you have a Vento Highline Plus, this should be the connector you have as well. Pretty bulky though. And this is the module that needs to be connected in the 17-point connector. Just a slight problem though, this can't fit through this hole. We need to find a way around it. And this panel is the right solution for our problem. Take your trim remover, taped off flathead in my case, and work it in. Use a rag to protect the surrounding trim. Again, call me a paranoid, but my trim won't have any scratches or dents. Work the tool in till you can fit your fingers in there. Notice the electrical tape becomes the sacrificial layer instead of my trim. These locks aren't super tight, you won't have a problem taking this panel out. Just push the 17-point connector and grab it from the back of the dashboard. Bring the module and notice that it has two notches up top. You'll find the similar notches on the connector as well. Align them and push the connector straight in. You don't want to bend the pins. You should hear a click from either side of the connector. Now route the 10-point connector out of the headlight switch opening. There is only one way you can place it into the auto headlight switch. There is a notch and the clip needs to clip into it. Tugging the connector made me realize that the clip is not tightly clicked in. push it in completely and do a little tug test. Tug it lightly though, it shouldn't go anywhere. Just pull the wiring in from backside and place the switch on its opening, upright. Now we can move on to the sensor which makes the magic happen. It has adhesive backing to keep it in place. The position for it is the corner of a A-pillar on the driver's side. Clean the dashboard if you have any oils or any coatings that provide shine, otherwise it's not going to stick very well. Just place it in the corner as far ahead as possible on a flat surface. Clean the windshield as the oils from your hand are all over it. The sensor just sits there with the wire properly being tugged to the side, guided by the A-pillar. There is a slight gap through which you can pull the sensor wire into the dashboard. With the help of some zip ties which are provided with the set as well, you can tug everything in place according to your liking. I'm just going to tug the wires in around themselves and tighten things up. Just tug the wiring in. To keep things more tidy and in place, I will zip tie the sensor wire to a plastic pillar that is in there and snip its end off as well. Place the panel in place. Placing it can be tricky if you put the top in first. I would recommend tucking the bottom part in and then the top one. And it all clicks in place, just a couple of whacks over the locks. There you have it. We have the new automatic headlight switch installed with its sensor seamlessly sitting in place. You won't notice it unless you look for it. There are ways to program this little thing as well. Going from auto to parking lights back to auto enables the parking lights to be lit up while locking, unlocking or leaving the car. And same goes for headlights. Going from auto to headlights to auto again enables the headlights for all of those features. Going from auto to zero to auto enables a feature known as a tunnel mode. Having the key out of the ignition can program the duration of your lights being left on during the previously mentioned features. Toggling twice between auto and off will start a clock inside the module. The flashing lights mean the clock has started. Now if you turn the switch off at 10 seconds, the lights will turn off after 10 seconds. Same goes for 20 seconds, 30 seconds, any amount of duration that you want. You can make the lights stay on for a maximum of 60 seconds. And that's it. That's everything you need to know about the switch and its features. It's a cool party trick among your Polo friends as well, to confuse them and to get them to scratch their head. I can honestly do this all day. My battery won't be happy though. If you don't play around with it like I am, your battery should be totally fine. And this is what happens when you remove the key from ignition and the sensor senses that it's dark out there. Now you officially know everything you need to know. DM me if you're interested in these. I can hook you up with the source. Link to my Instagram is in the description box below. Drop a like if you found this video useful or entertaining to the slightest. That's it from my side, and I'll see you next time.